if I get this straight, I mean, you're in essence trying to take eye drops out of the system in terms of delivering medication to people with chronic conditions such as glaucoma. That seems like a really large scale mission. Why do you think this company is the right company, is the right technology to do such a thing?
No, you're right, Brian. This is a complicated problem. This has been the holy grail of ophthalmology for a long period of time, to find a way to be able to tackle chronic long-term diseases like glaucoma. When I talk to glaucoma patients who are not able to take their drops or don't remember to take their drops, it's a simple thing, but they can't do it. And taking drops also, there's an art to it. So there is a real need. So we first had to convince ourselves that there is a real need for this. So then the question was, well, why would we, a little company starting out, be the right people to do this? I looked at this as a problem that was a biomaterials problem. It was not a new drug discovery problem. It was a problem that materials technology had not been appropriately designed to tackle this. People had tried to do this even with punctum plugs in the past, but they used silicone-based plugs in which there was a small central channel through which the drug would fit. There was just not enough capacity. So we actually developed some neat things. For example, we are adding fluorescence to these plugs. So with simple looking into the mirror and shining a little blue light, you would be able to monitor that you actually are you have the drug delivery system in place. Then we designed our plugs to sit below the punctal opening, so nothing projects out, so the patient doesn't feel a thing. Second, we designed our technology so that they would be narrower when they go in, and they shrink in length and expand in diameter, so they lock themselves in, so they're not easily displaced. Easy entry, but not easy displacement. And then finally, we needed to develop the right drug delivery technology in terms of the rate at which these drugs are paid out. So we have a composite structure. There's a gel, and then there are microparticles inside it. Within those microparticles, we select different compositions and different sizes, and we create a blend of those to get the right zero-order release profile. So otherwise, with regular drug delivery systems, you will not get a zero-order release profile. So there's a lot of complexity that goes underneath it. You need to understand devices, you need to understand polymers, you need to understand ophthalmology, and you need to understand drugs. So synthesizing all of those things, these knowledge bases lie in silos. And we felt that we were well qualified to kind of synthesize the knowledge into and create the right type of drug delivery systems and eventually new drugs. These will be regulated actually as new drugs.
Which of the 6 or so companies that you developed do you think had the biggest impact on this breakthrough here? What positions you now better than some other companies, do you think? Because it seems like when you describe all those silos, you're one of the few people that actually fits in all those silos.
Yeah, so I think the impact in each company, we are able to learn something new about this technology, and we stand on the shoulders of that company and go to the next one and the next one. Some companies we discovered how to spray these products, how to make them stable. In this one, we are actually really have become serious about drug delivery technology. We probably talked about drug delivery technology and it's applicable for the other things, but the necessity, the market size, glaucoma by itself is a $5 billion market. That combined with the fact that the eye needs very little drug and a very much more efficient utilization of the drug, it sort of was the perfect storm of bringing together the need, the technology, our understanding, and what makes a compelling product is having all of these three things kind of come together. And something that, compliance right now rests in the patient's hands. If we can move that to the physician's hands, then we can be assured that all patients are compliant. And if we can do that, drugs can have a much better impact without having the side effects. That's our dream, and we think that ophthalmology is best suited and Ocular Therapeutix is best positioned to kind of address that.
You recently met the President of the United States. What'd you tell him? And was he one of the tougher audiences you've ever had, or was he pretty easy for you?
Well, actually, no. I found him to be engaging and charming. But politics aside, I did bring up the fact that the medical device industry and medical innovation in general was going through a tough phase in this country. It's going through a tough phase for two reasons. One is that the FDA has become a lot more focused on compliance rather than focusing on getting products approved. So there is a lot of inefficiency, so timelines are getting prolonged. Timelines that used to take 3 years are now 5 years, and 5 years are 7 years, which means that whatever money you raise needs to go further. At the same time, it's become harder to raise funds. The net of it is that money is harder to come by for innovation in medical technology, and if it's going to take longer also, then the return of investment or return on investment, or in some cases off investment, becomes harder. So people are becoming more reluctant to deploy dollars. It's an area that the country leads in right now, and I just felt that having that lead erode and move over to international markets would be a shame. My name is Amar Sawhney, and I am the president and CEO of Ocular Therapeutix.